Nice finds. If you really care about quality. Nice finds. Prices lower than you might.
Alrighty, another episode of interviewing cool people that we meet at ASD, and this was premeditated and set up earlier, so it's a new series we just started, and we're doing it on the random and on the fly. So everybody meet Ryan.
How's it going?
Who are you? What do you do? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Ryan. I'm the CEO of Circle City Liquidators. My business partner and I started the business about 5 years ago. Transitioned multiple different businesses and pivoted. Started buying pallets and just reselling individual items. Went from there into buying truckloads and flipping truckloads. And we opened up a bin store. We were one of the first stores on the West Coast with a bin store years ago. And then we pivoted to a giant discount store selling Target products, home to pro products, any types of goods that we could get our hands on, closeouts and things. So we would open up our store a few hours a day. We would have 75 to 100 people lined up outside our doors on a daily basis. And then I think from there we've transitioned to wholesalers, and then went into what we're doing now is just primarily 100% focused on whatnot, selling e-commerce.
Awesome. So, like I said, it's interviewing cool people that do cool things, because ASD Market Week is crazy blend and pot of people, businesses, interests, revenue streams, ideas, platforms, right? There's so many people here. Ryan, how did you about ASD Market Week? What have you seen this year because you've been there before. How many times have you been there? What do you think?
And years now, we took a year off, and then we just came back this year. My focus has gone from looking at the general merchandise goods to where we spent the vast majority of our whole day today sourcing, literally at clothing, soft goods, purchases. We made some purchases already. So it's a completely different that's viewing point, going from the liquidation side and buy the outlets on this side, the general merchandise, which typically most everyone knows about. To now going into finding sources with building what was last class.
You're super heavy in apparel now, right? And just for the record, California, right? Orange County is where you're located. So you guys need clothing. You guys need a wholesale plug on the West Coast that's trusted and nice find approved. There's your man, Ryan.
Appreciate that.
So you guys are focusing on apparel now. I know shoes is also a thing. I've seen you posting a lot of cool fancy schmancy purses.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that type of merchandise. How different is it than sourcing returns or general merchandise versus apparel, shoes, or designer goods?
One of our big focus has been on the closeout side of things, saying maybe online companies or online retailers that made them are closing the business and not being able to anymore, being this kind of all deal. So not really knowing what the inventory is buying, that's pretty wide, but I think that's typically been our favorite way of buying in this industry. But
you're risk taking, is what you're saying.
We typically don't like them or don't enjoy buying them in it. It seems like it's a lot better to TV. Is this one item here or is this one item out there? So just buying closeouts and then trying to go vendor or manufacturer direct on the soft gates. So is definitely name of the game with us and the online stuff is lost edge. And even the cost of it is lower to retain and focus on returning our development of buying the builds for it.
How important is your overhead, like your building overhead and your employee overhead, when it comes to cost of goods? I feel like people split those up, right? It's cost of goods is what the product costs me, but in order to buy the product, return the product, sell the product, you need to have a staff out building, right? There needs to be an infrastructure. That's a loaded question. I'm going to let you run with it.
I feel like that's $1 million question. I feel that monthly. So, our overhead, we're still in the same building that we were in, but we transitioned from having it set up to having let's come in daily, to where we have multiple streamers streaming daily. I think we have 5 or 6 full-time sorting people that have been helping what doing sorting components daily, sorting, hanging. They've been curating rats for all of our shows on whatnot. So. That combined with our normal rent, on top of having all of the hosts that stream, it's
it. Yes. See, when you're buying these big deals, when you're buying these big closeouts, you're adding that cost of overhead into your overall cost of the product, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty big number. My dad, he does a lot of bookkeeping now for us. So, coming from a warehousing, the distribution. He's 100% process driven. He's been able to help us out at times. So I would say for the most part, he just got it down to like penny per touch. So we know, on the shipping side, it might cost us 5 cents or 7 cents per package that goes out our door. So those are all costs and hidden all that's cost of it.
So I love that we kind of stumbled into this topic because I finished a degree in accounting, so it's kind of close to my heart to know your numbers. And in this industry, it's very hard to know your numbers, even though you're judging off the numbers. It's still very hard to know your numbers because it's just so many factors, right? You're buying this, you're closing out a deal, and then it turns out that this 3PL or whoever was holding it, man, didn't really have the amount of units that they said they did. And now your shipping costs just went up 50 cents a unit, and now your processing is a little right? All of these factors that are out of your control start boiling down to the numbers. And how often do you analyze and review your numbers? How much emphasis do you actually put it on it?
Lately, it's been a lot more. I used to be very trigger happy to be buying the month.
I'm learning not to be. It's very hard. It's an addiction at this point.
I'm definitely a gambler, as my business partner does say. He's been my best friend for a million years, and he's the one that will quickly humble me on making some of his decisions about where he's, very quickly says to me, "Hey, I'm sure this is a smart decision, but like any good business partner or best friend will be, he always supports the decisions, whether we're
gotta believe and I believe."
Yeah, so I would say overall, the cost of goods and just focusing on, like you said, you can get shorted. We've been shorted in 10% is going to say as a recent those numbers, they add weekly. There a lot of vendors give credits back, or they kind of trade them back to you, and those things keep. So in the back of our minds, we always are. I'd say when they came off on center, to try to near the lower end, and that way I'm looking safe in factory.
It can always go up.
Yeah,
it's hard to go up. Yeah, exactly.
So then once you get shipping, shipping try to get it, you've got the multiple deals for reeling. You always just factoring in having that cost per unit. Yes, down. I don't think a lot of people by words out use some million-based types of reverse, and it's very easy to see the ticket number. Get that with your application. You get it's a $1 item to $2 item. By the time it gets asked, $3 or $4 if they get right passes up.
That's great. What about any advice for the people that are getting into this industry, trying to make this series educational as always, right? To provide value from the community. As a whole, any good advice, anybody getting into it or anybody in it right now that they should maybe be careful for the future?
I still think ourselves as being a pretty new business in this industry.
Only around for 35 years.
I think we've been doing it for 5 years now. I would say overall, my biggest piece of advice is vet your sources, but also don't waste people's time. The tire kickers just absolutely chaps my eye. That's a very kind way of putting it. Don't ask for pricing and then ghosting for 4 days and expect that same deal's going to be there. As I probably not that was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you brought it up, right? It's a soft topic. It's not this great word to use, the touchy topic, touchy-feely, right? You could get a little sensitized, but there's been times when people canceled invoices, right? And when I make a big deal out of it. Obviously, nobody enjoys that. I'm not going to ban you or whatever, forbid you from doing business with us, whatever it might be. I get it. Things happen. It is what it is, right? But when it happens 2 or 3 times, and then, and then on the second time, I'm like, hey, I don't think you understand that this is a huge waste of time. This is a logistics company. We are moving truckload pallets. I am literally working on space and movement and transportation issues, right? And now you got, an admin team and the people in accounting that need to make sure that this load is actually available. And issue this invoice, and you're literally costing our company money by canceling invoices. Same thing when you're having an empty conversation, just to scope it out. At least give it a call, make it a courtesy call where he goes, hey, brand new, just trying to learn this thing. What can you tell me about apparel? How much is it? What do you got? How do you guys work? Right? 5-10 minute conversation. Be honest what you do. Don't tell me you're moving 150 pallets a week and then you can't even, agree. So it won't work. It's better to be honest so then where you can source them correct products to get you to scale and grow and make money and actually success and great. But what else, Ryan? What can you tell us about Whatnot? How do you like the platform, the e-commerce game? How do you like it?
except for the whole right I people that we don't stream by ourselves, so we have a whole staff that does team. I definitely was the for the most part. My focus is on the buying, and his focus is on the back end of the different projects and things that are warm up and shows and stuff. As a whole, Whatnot's, it's still very new. If you just know Whatnot, we're good to go. We love the platform. They have a lot of downfalls, but at the same time, I think it's on the baby stage, medium stage. So being in where we are is giving us a lot of the opportunities to be able to speak out, to explain where we say like the different nuances of things that choose to a large volume seller like us versus the average Joe that's selling 100 years old that need out of their garage. We're should be launching an attitude like a for all my ground. So it's a full scale, not only liquidation business, but at the same time we're cross-edge dim and warehouse creative. So there's a lot of factors. But at the end of the day, we put a lot of eggs in more basket or whatnot, and have a lot of trust and a lot of faith that it's going to get to a good grow. Yeah. So you're just and we actually just did 1 year on Whatnot. We've officially sold about 100,000 transactions. That's in a year. We've grown to we have 3 channels. We're able to stream about right now on average in about 24 to 20 hours.
Wow. And where can people find you? What's the name of the stores, or what's the name of
our Whatnot channel is Circle City OC or Circle City OC. And then our newest one is the Dollar Spot.
Man, I was hoping it was Circle City. Okay. So you guys are looking for Whatnot channels to shop on and get some steals and deals. Find it right there. Circle City OC1, Circle City OC2, Circle City OC3. Oh. Nice. All right, where else can people find you? Because I know you've got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, so we're babies in life and stage. You guys, the company definitely inspired us to be on it. So Circle City OC is our YouTube. And from Instagram, we're Circle City Liquidators, and we sort of got like a rebrand and really focus ourselves on we united in the war at brother was in conference and just Circle City Liquidators on Instagram, by TikTok, City OC, and our Facebook, City Liquidators.
Perfect. You heard it there, folks. Following them along, Circle City, Ryan on the West Coast. If you need good wholesale product, hit them up. If you need Whatnot mentorship, hit them up. If you want to just buy some random stuff, hit them up. Thank you, Ryan. Have a good show, man.